Hey cats, today is Earth Day. Beautiful day, springtime, birds are all singing. Earth Day. I think we'll look at some of our plants here. This was the tree I bought at Rural King. Look at the candles on that thing. It's really shooting out this year, and I think it's going to do good. I planted that back, oh man, it was March? Early March, I think I planted that thing. The ground was still cold, and it's looking really good. Let's look around some of the other trees we've got. This was a cherry we bought, and I think we got this at Walmart. And the problem was we had that real heavy snow, and right here it completely fractured, and this whole limb went down on the ground. So, you know, we put some wire up here and to try to hold it up, and I taped it. So we're really hoping that it'll heal itself back up. And so far I don't see any of the leaves wilting or anything, so it might survive. It might. I hope so. This thing's some kind of an ornamental cherry, and we got it from Rural King last year. And these blossoms on here, they're like little carnations. They're beautiful. And so we're going to see if we can find another one like it this year. I don't know what they have. I think what we're going to do is go down there either today or tomorrow, back to Rural King in Worcester, and see what we can find for trees. And these were cheap. I mean, this was like a $19 tree. You can't beat that kind of price. We've got a crabapple back here that's pretty much in full bloom. It's a very dark, like almost a maroon color, and it's very pretty. Look at the blossoms on this thing. It's just loaded. Yeah, it's a pretty tree. Very fragrant too. This little Japanese maple, and these leaves will always stay red. This little Japanese maple we got from Rural King last year for $12. Now here's one that's not doing too good, and it never has. This is the third lilac that we've planted here. And I don't know what's wrong, but you see this whole side of it's dead. This side's doing all right. And it's got a few little blossoms coming out on it. Not very many, only about 2 or 3 blossoms on the whole entire lilac. So, and it is real fragrant. It's kind of a nice one. But I think we're going to have to replace it. Our magnolia is in really nice bloom right now. These things are pretty. You'll see these all over the place. But this thing's loaded with blooms. And then this was a little pear tree here that we got at Rural King for like $19. And it just finished blooming. You can see one of the little white blossoms right there. The rest of the blossoms have already fallen off, but it was loaded with blossoms. And then we got a couple more out here that we also got from Rural King last year. I mean, we didn't spend very much money, and we got some nice trees. So we got this little spruce or pine, and you can see it's pretty healthy. It's got nice little green buds on it. It's gonna excel there. And then over here we've got another Japanese maple. They're pretty small, but those are real pretty ornamentals, and in the fall they just turn vivid red, so they're really pretty. And then I think in another video, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but we bought some plums also from Rural King, and they were real cheap. So these are the plums we bought. We got 1, 2, 3, and the blossoms are off of those already. They were gorgeous, just covered with little pink blossoms. And those things will get huge. They'll fill in, and the leaves will stay reddish all year round, and that'll be beautiful. So I don't know what we're gonna find this year. I got these azaleas, little tiny azaleas. They're just struggling, but every year they survive, and every year they put out pretty little red blossoms, so we leave them there. But we're going to go back down to Rural King, like I said, today or tomorrow, and see what we can find. Then we might buy some more trees. I'd like to get some more pines. Vee, she likes the flowering trees, the fruit trees, so who knows what we'll come home with. To Rural King. What's your favorite part of Rural King? Come on, show me that. What do you got there? Free popcorn. It is really good popcorn too. So we came down here to Rural King.
For Earth Day.
Over here along the side of the building, they got all kinds of trees and plants and shrubs and flowers. And we've got, what did we end up getting? 6 trees.
We got 2 little baby pines. We got 2 bigger pines. And we got 2 flowering trees. So 6 items.
Yeah, flowering crabapple, a flowering cherry, a spruce, a Colorado blue spruce, and 3 Austrian pines for
Earth Day.
For Earth Day.
Less than $100. It was $95.
Yeah, for 6 trees. So
out by us, you couldn't touch those trees at the garden center. There's no way. No way.
Not for that price. So it's worth a ride down here. Now we got our work cut out for you. Look, there's a guy carrying trees out of there right now. He's got.
Was it a good ride down there? Because I drove big old blue.
She drove the truck down here, and she doesn't drive the truck very much at all.
That was only my 2nd time.
So she drove the truck down. She had fun, but she was a little nervous, but she did good. Especially in this tight parking lot. I mean, this is a crowded store.
And the gas station by the freeway.
Stopped and got fuel too, so she did really well. She's not an official truck driver.
We've been on like a spring cleaning, fix up the house thing. Last night we went to Walmart and we got some stuff. Today we went to Home Depot and we got some stuff. We went to Rural King and got some stuff. We ordered a new cat tree this morning. We ordered a screen tent for camping. We're just like, it's like Christmas and spring.
Spending our income tax return, but this is all pre-planned. It wasn't just like going out and blowing money. We had a list. We knew what we wanted.
I'm a list
she
maker.
writes all that stuff down.
Oh, we filled the propane for the Hemi.
Got our propane tanks filled. So we knocked the list out today pretty much. So spent a lot of money, but it was all on our list of things to buy.
Yep.
So.
And we were smart shoppers. We went to the places that had the best prices on things.
Yeah.
We got a great big thing of Roundup weed killer. That should last us all year.
Yeah, come down here to get your Roundup and your chemicals, because you're going to get the best deal here that you'll ever find. I mean, it's still expensive, don't get me wrong, but you'll pay $15, $20 more for the same stuff from a regular retail store, if not more.
And you get free popcorn.
Free popcorn. I ate mine. I hogged mine down. She's nursing hers. Now we get to take a nice long drive home.
You want me to drive?
I can do it. Well, we just got back from Rural King. Got our trees unloaded over here. I'll show you what we got. We got this Kawanzan cherry, and it's the same thing that we got in the backyard with the carnation-like blossoms on it. Real nice, you know, potted one. Then we've got a Adam's crab apple, flowering crab. And that's a pretty nice shape. Nice big clusters of pretty pink blossoms. We got a Colorado blue spruce and 3 One bigger one and two smaller one, Austrian pines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees for under $100. You ain't gonna beat that anywhere. I'm telling you right now, not gonna do it. Steaming corn on the cob, a hot sweet potato, some salmon right off the grill. Good dinner for Earth Day. Good earthy dinner. Fish from the sea and vegetables from the garden. It's all about Earth, huh? And tomorrow we got a day of tree planting. Well, happy Earth Day, cats. Now we got to figure out where we're going to plant all this stuff. And landscaping's not always that easy. You just can't throw stuff in willy-nilly. You got to have some thought process to it. So here's what I'm thinking, okay? You see, you're coming up our driveway here. You're driving up this way. And what are you going to look at? You know, you're going to be coming up here, and this is the view you're going to get. So we got the pond back there. You know, I don't want a pine tree right here that's going to block that view. So I'm thinking maybe over here another nice, you know, flowering tree. We do have this flowering crabapple up on the hill. I planted that thing when it was a little seedling, little sapling, and now it's huge. A little crabapple. That one we bought a few years back, so we'll put another flowering one right kind of in the middle here. Now this tree right here is a dead one. It's ash. We've had this blight where we had these wood borers. They look like beetles, look little striped beetles, look kind of almost like a wasp, and they drill into the bark and they kill the tree. A lot of our ash trees died. You know, this one right here by the house, dead. It was a beautiful full shade tree. Dead. This big one right here, dead. So we planted the cherry, you know, right here to take place of that. And you can see where the woodpeckers have been hitting at it pretty hard, trying to get to the borer. Now, I don't know if you can see these little veins in there. That's where the borer has eaten out underneath the bark there, and that's what kills the tree. If you peeled all this bark off, you'd see those little, you know, beetle trails going everywhere, larva trails. So the woodpeckers, they hit the tree, they try to get the larva out of there, but too late, tree's dead. The other thing I think about, you know, we got the window up here in the loft and the kitchen window, so we like to look out. And when we do that, you know, this is a nice view that we have here. And we don't want a tree right here that's going to block the view of that pond. So we'll probably stick a pine tree, a spruce tree maybe over there somewhere, because that tree there is dead too. And that's the whole idea. What we're trying to do is replace these dying trees. So right here in the backyard alone, 1, 2, 3, 4, there was 5, 6, 7 of our full shade trees gone, dead. Actually 8. So we're replacing them with these little ones. I know it'll take 20, 25 years for them to get to maturity, but you know, you can't just go out and buy a 20-year-old tree and stick it in the ground either. So that's the plan. That's kind of the thought process that we're working on, where we're going to plant everything, where it's going to go. Some of the pines are going to go over there behind the hemi to kind of fill in that area. So we got a pretty good plan. Anyway, happy Earth Day, and hope you planted something or did something earthy today. Maybe not.